Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise. Another one for those of you guys that are jumping in on PC, perhaps working your way through. In fact, I imagine by now a lot of you guys may have completed the story. Let me know what you guys are up to in PC. But if you guys remember last week, we put together a video on 6 awesome weapons you should definitely check out. They don't necessarily always have to be the meta quote-unquote best weapons. Some of them are just like cool weapons you should try out for different gameplay styles. Some of them are just like cool looking weapons. But I do want to highlight these because of course one of the nicest things about Monster Hunter as you play through before you start getting into that end game meta grind is just experiencing what the game has to offer. So I want to touch on a few great weapons in different categories this time. We touched on 6 last week, which of course means we didn't cover all the weapons. Today I want to touch on another 6 that you should look out for, you should test out as you're playing throughout the game if you use these weapons. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think, let me know what weapons you are running right now, and of course don't forget to stick around for more Monster Hunter content. So, to begin with, this time we're turning our attention to the Greatsword users, and this one has to go to the Nagakuga Greatsword, Dark of Night. I mean, it's an awesome looking weapon, first things first. Naga weapons just look hella cool, those menacing looking sort of talons and blades, but this one, despite my kind of intro preamble, is one of the best weapons because it is just meaty damage, great sharpness, great affinity. All round, it is a fantastic weapon. 180 attack, white sharpness, 35% affinity, a nice slot, and if you do want to go crazy with it, and of course you pair it with the full Valstrax armor set, then that does put this in a very nice damage bracket, because of course you have the built-in weakness exploit, you have the huge raw damage boost from Dragonheart activation, and you can get 3 levels of critical eye. So with that, you can achieve 100% affinity on weak points. So basically, it is a recipe for damage, which is what Greatsword is all about. Big, meaty chops. Moving on from there to number 2, we're talking about the Gun Lance this time. Now Gun Lance, of course, whenever you make your choices, fall within different categories. I am a normal Gun Lance player. I like the full burst playstyle. So for the purposes of this video, I'm talking about a good normal Gun Lance pick. Maybe I'll revisit the other ones for subsequent videos, but I want to talk about, I believe you pronounce it ORTLINDE or ORTLINDE, basically the Rathian Gun Lance. It is incredibly cool. Now if you do want to go on a pure damage basis, technically speaking, you can get a little bit more mileage out of the Rampage Gun Lance because it can have slightly higher damage. However, I've always really liked this Gun Lance. It was one of the ones I used a lot in World, previous games, because it is both good on the damage front. You can actually get some white sharpness with this if you have some handicraft, and more importantly, it also has poison, has normal level 5 shelling. So this is a really nice weapon just from like a comfortable point of view. It has good damage potential, plus, of course, if you do throw in handicraft and use some razor sharp, you can of course maintain that white sharpness. The added poison does mean you get some nice ticks of damage on top. And of course, you also have plenty of shelling damage potential. So again, this is a very nice pick if you like the normal playstyle. Yes, if you do want to go hyper damage focus, you might want to lean into the Rampage setup, but all in all, this is nice because you can also get this pretty early on in the game. So if you are a Gun Lance player playing through on PC, then you'll probably want to get this one first because you can get more mileage out of this early on as you progress before you later invest into maybe the Rampage pick again. Then moving on from there to the insect glaive, I want to call out the watercolor glaive. Yes, this is one of those ones I'm picking for style because, yo, it's a paintbrush, alright? It is a fantastic looking weapon. It's actually not bad, right? Not necessarily the best insect glaive. In fact, I'll touch on that in a second. But it does have decent attack, decent sharpness, water element, and of course a nice slot on it. But basically, you want to choose this one because this is one of the sort of like nice unique weapons. You have quite a few of these throughout the game. You'll of course get these from additional side quests that you need to complete, but having a paintbrush as an insect glaive, I mean, what is not to like? If you're an insect glaive user and you haven't got this, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice. However, on a quick, more serious note, if you are looking for something more damage focused, even in calm, the Nagakuga insect glaive is still pretty dominant over basically all other insect glaives in the game because of course it has amazing stats across the board, good attack, good sharpness, good affinity. It's a very nice weapon, so if you want to go more serious, then grab this one. Then moving on to my Charge Blade users, one from the Monkey King himself, Mr. Rajang. I love it, one of my favourite monsters. The IKAJI Immortal. This is a fantastic Charge Blade if you want to use it. It has very high attack, making it a great pick, of course, for Ultra Element discharges. It also comes with Dulling Strike, which of course has a chance to increase attack power when your sharpness gauge is green or lower, which of course is actually a very nice skill given the green sharpness. And of course it has Thunder Element, and also it just looks hella cool. It's a really cool looking Charge Blade. I like it a lot, so this is definitely a great pick. Then for the Switch Axe users, I'm going to recommend the Rampage Slicer S. I mentioned this in the previous video. For certain weapons, the Rampage ones are actually really good picks thanks to the customization aspect. Of course, the fact that Switch Axe comes in a variety of different forms. This one is a very nice pick. This is basically good because it's just a great damage option. Of course, if you run it with like a set that's got attack boost, weakness exploit, and stamina thief, you've got some nice options. But when it comes to the actual skills, running it with sharpness type 4, non-elemental boost, and the exhaust file makes for a very potent combination. And then finally, for the hammer users out there, for those of you guys that want to boop the monster on the head, basically just go for that KO damage, then the TIGREX hammer, as it's named, not a fancy name, it's just called TIGREX hammer, is a really great pick. Yes, admittedly, whenever you have TIGREX weapons, there is the negative affinity. So of course, if you're building around this, you do want to work on mitigating that affinity. However, when you take full advantage of this, it has a massive 220 base raw attack. And of course, on weak spots, you can hit for around 70% affinity thanks to weakness exploit level 3 and of course, critical eye level 7. So this is basically enough to deal consistent damage. You have white sharpness. It's just a big damage option and looks kind of cool. I like TIGREX gear. I like the design of them. I like the color on them. So yes, this is a nice pick. So there you have it. There are a few more weapons to look out for. I appreciate when, of course, you're playing through for the first time. There are so many things to choose from. It can be a little daunting. So if any of you use those weapon archetypes, then that is a recommended pick within that category. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, don't forget to do so. We are looking for clips at the moment. We're actually kind of working on some other videos for you guys. So if you've got any cool, spicy clips, whether that be from Switch or PC, click the link in the description box down below to join the Discord and post your Monster Hunter clips in the clip section of the Discord. Excited to see what you guys have got, but otherwise, keep it locked for plenty more. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to catch more from us, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our latest uploads. And if you want somewhere to hang out, play games, or chat all things from games to anime, food to fitness, consider joining the RX Gaming Discord.